are back for the second portion of the interview. I hope you guys are enjoying the music because I am, as always.
Thank you, thank you.
So, describe your style as a lyricist. Like, what is your message, your overall message?
My overall message is hope. I think we live in a time where, with YOLO and all that, like people really don't have hope because they feel like, as much as it holds true that you only live once, you gotta live happy. You know what I mean? You gotta live, life, as if as if you have some purpose. You know what I mean? So I know what my purpose is, and I try through my music to help others or inspire them to find their purpose and live with purpose. I think that's like one of the greatest feelings, the freedom. Once you know what you're here for, or at least for a time what you feel like you're here for that moment, and then to live in that moment. And I feel like I've found that, and I want to help other people.
I like that. What advice would you give to any upcoming artists?
Find yourself, and then you find your message. It's not easy. Life is gonna reveal you to you. But don't be afraid of it, and don't fight it. Don't try to be anybody else. Be yourself, because that's when the music will flow out of you. I found that like about a year ago, going through one of the roughest points in my life, and it was just the freedom that has like really just transformed my life now. Living just knowing what I'm doing, what I'm here for, and why I'm here. It's like I said before, it's awesome. So just don't fight life. Roll with the punches, and when you look back in hindsight, you'll be like, damn, damn.
I like that. So, what is your opinion on the current state of music? That's actually one of our favorite questions to ask our guests, because it's important to find out what you guys feel about what's going on right now.
If you're asking me right now in the moment, I like music. I like the current state of music because I don't listen to popular music, I guess. I don't listen to like really the radio too much. I listen to High 97 and 105.1 and stuff like that, but I also listen to like Z100 and 103.5 and 97.9, La Mega. I listen to Sirius and XM radios. I listen to Hip Hop Nation. I listen to Backspin, which is 46, which is like the really old school, and I dig in the crates, and I listen to, Lupe, and I listen to everything, Aventura, like I listen to like everything, Maroon 5 and stuff like that. So, and when we first started, we had this negative view of the industry. We're like, oh man, you gotta sell out to get on and all that stuff, but it's more like if you really love what you're doing, you'll find a way for people to hear you. And if people really love music, then they'll find you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that realization, I don't care where hip hop is. I like where it is because I know that if I want to find good music, I can find it on SoundCloud or wherever. You know what I mean? And I know that recently people have been finding me. They've been finding my music, and they're liking my music, and they're commenting on my music. So, it just validates me to the point where I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? And it's really putting in the work. Once you put in the work, you'll get all those, you get the proceeds. You get those things. And what I've learned is it takes hard work. Whether you're trash or not, you gotta work hard. So these artists that are on the radio or these artists that are in the industry, the one thing that I know is that they work hard. You know what I mean? So.
I like that. So, how do you prepare for a show?
I was just talking to Jay-Si about this earlier today. I listen to my music a lot because I'm notorious for forgetting lines. It's crazy. Yes, because I try to put so much into my lyrics, and they get so intricate that, line to line, the way that they connect, I find crazy ways to connect a line. One of the words might trigger a feeling or something like that, so I'll forget it. You know what I mean? And it's just so much, so many lines, so many projects and stuff like that. So I have to listen to my stuff constantly. So I'll do that. And then what I'll also do is I'll visualize myself on stage performing the songs. You know, so I see it before I do it. And I read in a book like later that, you know, that's what a lot of successful people do. You know, they visualize themselves doing something before they do it, and you kind of like bring it to fruition. So I try to practice that.
What book was that?
The Secret.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I just have to make sure.
And a couple others though. It's like, you know, a lot of books share the same message. You know, a lot of people's philosophies are the same. So.
I've read The Secret halfway like 5 or 6 times. I need to find a way to complete it because it just hasn't happened yet.
My iPad, the way it works, right, is if you read it like face up, the pages go one way. But if you turn it sideways, then it splits it into like a book. But if you go up and then like this, then you lose the page because it's like different formats. So I have to read the same stuff like 4 and 5 times because I forget which page I was on. I mean, so
you've read The Secret like 10 times?
Like, yeah, like I read half of it 10 times. Okay. Yeah, like the first half. 10 times. It's crazy. And it drives me crazy. I'm like, yo, this sounds familiar. Like, oh, I thought of this. And I'm like, nah, I just read it like 4 times. You know what I mean? You know, you ever get that feeling? You're like, yo, yeah, I feel like I wrote this book. Like, nah, I just read it. 4, 3. You gotta get a bookmark. They gotta get like electronic bookmarks.
They do that. They do.
They do? Oh,
they do. No, they don't. I'm not saying that they have. I mean,
gotcha.
they do need to work that
yes.
out. What are your upcoming projects?
Currently, we have a fashion show that we're throwing at that we're gonna be throwing in November. We're looking at November 2nd at Fashion Rock, setting up an event where we bring together. I mean, nothing really super new, but something like Rip the Runway, where we bring together upcoming models with upcoming artists, DJs, and upcoming designers. And you know, and build an event. Really what we're trying to do now, Brooklyn Collective, is build events where people share these experiences of music that they haven't heard before, they probably wouldn't hear, see designs and just creativity that they wouldn't normally hear together. We're bringing artists together with musicians, whether it's jazz, you know, saxophonists, you know, scatters, people that get on the cajon for percussion and stuff like that, and just fusing together, you know, in a real organic, you know, what we say, Brooklyn bohemian kind of way, you know, and you know, trying to give people an experience that they wouldn't normally, you know, feel in Bed-Stuy and you know, East New York, you know, Cypress Hill, stuff like that. You know, give them show them some culture, you know, or just expose them to the culture that they're not normally exposed to.
And where can we find you?
You can find us on BrooklynCollective.com. You can find me on Facebook, Keith Sagittarius Black Cyrus, Brooklyn Collective Music Group as a record label, DJ H Blends, Heat Blends, J-Side Promo. Twitter, same thing. It would be JSci09. It would be Sag Black, SAGBLACK, DJ H Blends on Twitter. Just hit the @ and we there. You know.
Awesome. So you guys heard it here first. Let's get into some more music. And thanks to our guests for being here tonight.